Hi everybody, it's Robin at My Conking Creations, and how are you guys doing today on this nice Saturday? We're just sitting here anxiously awaiting the storm to hit. It's supposed to be here at 11 o'clock tonight. It's now 2:45 in the afternoon, so we are ready. It's supposed to be like the storm of the century, so I guess we will see. My friends from Key West sent me a note earlier to tell me that it was a chilly 74 in Key West, so I'm sure everybody down there has their jackets on. I'm going to wait just a minute. I'm going to finish off the ice cream cone for you. I'm not doing the whole thing with you. I'm going to show you how to do the petals and everything, and I'll go over the cone and everything with you, but it's just pretty much, you know, it's the same thing over and over and over, and I don't want to have a video of an hour of me doing the same petal, putting it on a frame. So I'll go over everything with you guys. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna see if I'm on here yet. I have my laptop down here so I can see comments. Let's just see what's on your mind. If you join, say hey. I didn't make an event for this because I wasn't sure. I'm in the middle of doing 8 million things today, so I wasn't sure when I was going to be on. This will be posted on my YouTube later today or tomorrow, so you'll be able to see it. Plus, I had the steps, what you need to do, whatever, in a Facebook post, and I will be going over it again on this video, okay? So just give me a sec. I just want to see if I'm showing live on here, if you can hear me okay. Where are you, Robin? Come on. I still haven't quite gotten used to using my iPad or my Mac computer with my phone for these. Okay, so I'm just gonna come on here. I'm gonna go. What's on your mind? Oh, it looks like I'm here. Okay. If you join, say hey. I'd love to know who was here. Okay, I see. There I am. Okay. I want to make sure. Oh, I got my video off too. Hopefully, it's going to be okay for the internet and everything, because when the weather's kind of iffy, we live up. I'm in a very remote area here, so our internet can maybe not be so great. So please say hey when you join. I would love to know where you're joining from. Hi, Mildred. How are you? Let's just see here. I want to see you. Let's just, where are the comments? There's 4 on. Okay, I'm gonna go home. See if I can see it over here. I'm going to start in just a minute. I just don't want to have to reach up and why it doesn't just come on my feed. We're going to be doing the ice cream cone, so I guess maybe I'm not going to be able to. Okay. Well, hopefully I'll be able to see the comments. Oh, there we go. East Tennessee. Hey, are you getting, are you going to be getting any of the yucky weather in East Tennessee? Because I think the eastern side of the East Tennessee. Hey, are you? That's the side of the U.S. that's going to get really hit, I think. So be safe out there. Okay, we're going to get started. Now, I attempted to make these last year, and I didn't have the proper cone form to do it. I used a wood carrot that I had gotten someone to cut for me to do my cone part, and it was the wrong size. It didn't look right. I have it here, and I kept it. I put it on my garage door every year, but this is the carrot frame, and you can get these carrot frames at Dollar Tree. Now, I ordered these off of Amazon because in Canada, where I'm from, our Dollar Tree never had them. So I ordered these off Amazon. So they're just a wire carrot form, and that's how far up I went on it. Now, you can decide how much of this you want as your cone. What I used was a really heavy jute. I started at the bottom, and I just glued it a little bit, and then I just wrapped it around, gluing it every now and then. And I kept putting the frame on it to see where I thought it would look right. And so I can, I can put it up to about here. This is a 10-inch round wire, 4-wire frame, and I just added the chenilles in. Now you could put that white stuff in, the grid stuff, if you wanted. I just decided to go with the chenilles, because that's what I had. So basically, this is going to get mounted. This is going to get mounted onto here, and we're just going to wire it on using the the wires at the back. Now, I also wrapped this with chicken wire. Oh, now it's snowing. Oh my God. We have sunny weather here. It's not supposed to get here till 11 o'clock tonight. So I have a friend, actually. She's coming home from Mexico today, and they land in London, which is about an hour from us. They land in London, and they got to drive home. And I said, I think you're going to be ahead of it, because it's not supposed to hit here till 11. And I've looked at all the weather things, and they say 11 o'clock. So stay safe, Mildred. I hope that you're okay. Okay, so I used a really thick jute. You can get that jute rope at the dollar store. You can get it at Michael's. It's not expensive. And I just wrapped it around. Now, if you want to put like a little grid pattern on it, I may do that after. But for now, all I did was I just wrapped it around. And you can see how nice and neat it is at the back. I just glued in between here as I was going and kept it tight. And but I'm very pleased with how that looks. So, and again, you could use, if you had burlap and you wanted to just wrap it with burlap, you could do that if you had like a burlap ribbon. But I really like the look of the string, like the thick jute cord, and I have a great big thing of it. A friend gave it to me. So that's this. Then what I did was I cut a bunch of the green and the blue, and these are 5-inch. So again, if you have, this is from Michael's, so it's really thick. It's probably the same as the 5-inch from Hobby Lobby. It's nice and thick. It stands up nice. If you're going to use Dollar Tree 5-inch, you're going to have to use probably 3 times as much. So I cut 2 full rolls of the blue and the green, and they were like the 30, the 10-yard roll. And I ended up having to cut a little bit more. So I would get 2 balls of each. You won't use the whole 2 balls, but if you're going to make this, I would buy 2 balls of each color that you're going to use. So if you bought 3 balls, you could probably make 2. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to use just a part of the 1 ball for both of them. So if you're going to make 2, I usually buy enough to make a couple. I was going to do these. I've also got enough to do some in pink and white as well, which I may do because of my my flamingo theme that I have going on right now for my sale in April. But this green and the blue is going to look really nice with the flip-flops that I did yesterday. So anyway, we're going to finish this off. I just have a few more to do on here. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. And now again, you can do whatever you want for this petal. If you want to use 10" and do this method and then fold it in half, you'll lose less, right? So, but I just roll them up on each end like this and squish it together. So we have one of these little things. And then I'm using these little ponytail things, even though I'm not a lover of these little elastics. And then you just make a little bunch like that. So I have one like that, and then I'm gonna do one green one. So I do a blue and a green in each petal. So there's 2 in each. So I'm just gonna roll that up. These are about 13 inches long. I'm not, it's just, it's however long you want it. The longer they are, the thicker they are, right? So you're still going to use about the same. So then I put the 2 together. Then I take my zip tie. Let me just pull this down here. And then I'm going around, not the farthest, but I'm going on the second one. This is so thick that you just need to do one row of the wire. And then get that little guy in there. So we're just going to lay it in there. And then just put the 2 together. This is where you get like cramps in your fingers because then you just pull it really tight and then twist it up and snip it off. And then the ends, as I go, I just do a little trim. The nice thing is all the cut ends are all folded up inside, and if you do have any edges that are coming out of one of the little holes, I just stick it in there, and then you have a nice little edge. So now we're going to make a couple more and get that hole filled in. So we're just going to roll it up. Yeah, we have a fire going today. We have a efficiency fireplace in our house, and it is meant to heat the whole place, and it's like 82 in here right now. So I kept the fire going all night last night. I kept waking up and putting wood on it. So this morning it was kind of out because I hadn't put anything on since about 4 o'clock, and so it was kind of out. So I really loaded it up. So then of course it really heated up, and whoo, doggies, it's a little warm in here. My husband had a stroke a few years ago, so he really likes it when it's warm. And my brother well, he had Dave's name for Christmas, so he asked me, what does Dave want? And I said, well, you know what we could use is we could use a fire stick, because a few years we live up right on Lake Huron, and our reception, we had DirecTV. Our reception was terrible because of all the trees in the summer, and then in the wintertime it was terrible because of the freaking snow that gets on the dish, and then you have to go out, and of course I have to be the one to go and brush it off, and the dish was in the worst possible spot in our yard. So we just decided to start streaming. So we just stream like YouTube, Netflix, all that stuff. So I said to Darren, my brother, you know what? Our one TV in the bedroom we've not been able to use because it's not a smart television. And so maybe we should you could get Dave a fire stick for that TV. So he got it, and so yesterday I said to Dave, let's do something with that fire stick. So I plugged it in and got it all ready to go. I didn't realize that it had the wire, like it had the internet and the Wi-Fi, everything was right on it. I thought I was going to have to get a Chromecast or something, but we plugged it all in and got it ready to go. So now I'm in the out in the kitchen, so he's in the bedroom watching that TV on the fire stick. So that's awesome. So I texted my bro and I said, hey, we got that going. We didn't kill each other. we're still married. It's, oh, sometimes hard with them, but we got it looked after. So now, if and when he's watching his, he was an engineer before, so he's really interested in like watching shows like how you make things, like how you fix things and all that, which I'm not. I'm into Hallmark movies and people renovating and doing all kinds of stuff. So we got 2 TVs now. The one TV I had in my front sun porch, for some reason, and it's not that old, it just dropped the Wi-Fi content, so I could get a Fire Stick for there and it would work perfect. But for some reason, it just decided that it no longer can find our Wi-Fi, and I've done everything. I've reset it. I've done everything. Okay, so there's our outside of our ice cream cone. So now we just have to fill in the center. So if we put one on each one of these, or maybe, how many do I have here left? I got 1, 2, yeah. If we put one on each one of those, that's probably going to be enough to fill it in. Have you guys, any of you guys made anything like this before? I think they're darling. I saw these on Pinterest and I thought, oh, I'm so going to do that. Living up at the lake here, we love going for our ice cream cones after supper in the summertime. There's lots of beach ice cream shops around, and we like to go grab an ice cream cone and maybe go down to the beach or whatever. So, I don't know how many people I have on here. If you've joined, let me know where you live and what your weather's like today. Oh my goodness, we're just getting ready for something crazy. And again, you may not need that many. When you get down to the, when you run out and you have to cut more, just do a few at a time, because it fills in, once you get to the center, it fills in really quickly. So you may not need as many as, oh, I need to cut some more of these. I'll cut 4 of them, that probably will be enough. Yeah, I just posted a thing. I made a lot of wood cutout things this year. I had access to a bunch of wood. My brother tore down a deck, and so I had all these 2x6s that were decking boards. So I made these angels, and they were really cute, and I had 2 left. So I thought, what am I going to do with them? They're too nice to put in the shed and just, hide them until the season's back up again. So I'm going to make them into garden angels. So watch for that. They're quite cute, actually. I just have to take off the bouquet they're holding as like a winter Christmas thing. You never made it, Mildred? Well, now you've got your motivation. I'll tell you, it takes a long time. It takes a long time. It took me probably about a half an hour to wind that twine on that thing, that wire, and then this. By the time you cut everything, and then you put it on, like I've been a good hour doing this so far. So it would take you most of an afternoon probably to make one. So put on a good movie. And I usually try to watch, what I watch is like no mind stuff. I'll scroll on my TikTok or something. But they are really pretty, and I was really bummed that I didn't have the right bottom. So this is going to look a whole lot better. It's going to look a whole lot better. Now, if you want, like I said, you can use that white grit stuff, but for the few that you have to put in the center, the chenilles work a little bit better because they're easier to manage. Sometimes that white grid plastic stuff, it's hard to get the zip tie through it. Now my zip ties are pretty skinny, but so I think I'm going to put 2 more. We'll see how it looks. Yeah, so we're planning on going to Florida. You know, it all depends on the weather too, right? Like if the weather is shitty, I'm driving, so I'm not someone that would, like, if it was a storm like what's coming, our trip would definitely be postponed for a few days. We're planning on leaving around the 25th of February, and we're going to Tampa area for, I'm going to say, about 3 weeks. And we're thinking about coming home via New Orleans, and I would love to go where Damon is and see him, meet him, because I have followed him, not so much in the last little bit, but when I first started, I watched him continue. When he used to do his decor in the chalet over his garage, I watched him every day. I watched, when I was learning, he was the one that taught me how to do bows. I watched him hundreds and hundreds of times. I did a couple of his classes. I did creative coaching, and I did some business coaching because I wanted to understand SEOs and all that stuff, how to get people to get to your page and all that stuff. But in I'm going to say the last year, I haven't really, since he's kind of gotten all these coaches and stuff, it's not my kind, you know, that, what they're doing is not kind of what that I'm looking for, because I'm not into selling to every single person in the world. Like, I do this for something to do to fill my time, and I go in a few sales, and I have some friends that like to buy stuff from me, but it's a time filler for me, and I love it. I just love making all this stuff. I'm showing you guys, you know, I was so afraid to do this when I first started, and Damon, he said, you just have to put your phone on your camera thing and just do it. And okay, let's see. I watched Julie's Wreath Boutique too. She's the one who taught me how to do my flowers. I just love her. Okay, there it is. So I could count how many I've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I've got 28. So that's 56, because there's like 2 in each thing. So 56 pieces, about 13 inches long. And there's relatively there's no fraying or no edges, or, you know, any of those little pointy edges from when I rolled it. I just stick it down in the circle, and it'll stick to itself. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to decide where we're going to put that. And it's kind of easy to figure this out what I do is, like on these rings at the back, I always put this right in the middle, like one of the bars. And we know with this, because there's one of these things right here, that's the exact middle. So I'm going to lay that on there, and I'm going to zip tie on this side of it. So I'm going to use like on this side of the point and this side of the point, and have the bar in the center. And we know that then your cone will be hanging straight down. Now I'm not going to pull this tight, I'm just going to attach it. That way I can get it where it needs to be. Now I'm going to do this side. I'm a big lover in using zip ties to put stuff together. I'm just so paranoid that it's going to fall apart that I like to use zip ties. I don't use a whole lot of glue in anything that I do, maybe just for flowers or something, but even the flowers, a lot of times I'll zip tie them on. Like those angel wings, I zip tie the hydrangeas onto the wreath, onto the thing. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. I just want to make sure. Looks good. Okay. Okay, so we're going to put that right in the center. I'm going to pull that one tight, and I'm going to pull that one tight. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing down here with the bottom ring of the wreath and the edge wire of the carrot form. And again, I'm not going to pull it tight, I'm just going to attach it so I can make sure that it is straight. So I'm going to pull that one and pull that one. So you can see it's not moving anywhere, but I'm going to do one more in the middle. Just because I want to make sure and I'm not pulling this one tight because there's a bit of a gap between, so and I am going to put a piece of black foam on the back of this. I don't have it in here right now, but I will be doing that just to cover up the frame so it won't scratch the door. So there's the back of it. Doesn't that look nice? And there's the front. Okay, so now what we're going to do, when I made this originally, I thought, oh my, that looks like, it looks nice and everything, but it needs something. It needs something. So I'm gonna, I got this a red and white polka dot, and I'm gonna make a bow for the front of it. And I have a little Christmas ball that you can use as a cherry. This. And this is just a red and white linen type. Looks like I'm a little bit ahead, or the internet's lagging a little bit. So I'm going to do these loops like about 3 inches. They're not very big. Make sure the second one is just a little bit shorter than the first. Now I always do these with a zip tie too, because sometimes the chenille can break, eh? I'm going to put 2 of these together because it is a little, like there's quite a bit to go through. You can buy the long chenilles, but I don't use them that much, so I just use the ones I can get at the at Michael's or the dollar store or wherever. I think I might have got these ones originally from Amazon. Okay, so now we're going to figure out where we want this to go. I'm going to put it right in there. Might put another one in here. I'll see what it looks like with the Now I'm going to wrap it around one of the orange wires of the carrot form so that it's see if that's in the right spot. Yeah, that looks good. So I've got it around the orange of the, so it's not just around the chenille or the chicken wire, it's actually around the frame of the This is the stuff that takes the time, right? Getting all this figured out. Okay, so there's the, and then we can put the little cherry up here. Let me just see what this looks like. Maybe I'll put it a little small. Yeah, right there. So this is just a little Christmas. Oh, of course. Oh, for heaven's sakes. No glue. Well, I don't have a glue stick in here, apparently. So we're gonna just have to, I'll stick it in there. And there she is. I'm really happy with it. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna put the black on the back of it just to cover up this part. And then I'll get this little guy glued on where he's got to go, and then I'll take some pictures and show you. So keep in mind, you're going to need 2 rolls of each color. You're going to need one of the 10-inch. Now, if you want your thing to be smaller, you could use an 8-inch frame from Dollar Tree if you wanted. Wrap it, do your little curls. Make your little bow, and the bow could be any color. I just think the red and white really pops on this, so I'm really pleased with how these look. This is what the one looked like before that I had made, but you know, it was just the bottom. I wasn't happy with it, but I'm very happy with this. So I may put a little spring sign or something on it. I have some little round discs that I can stencil on. Or I may hang something down here or put something on the cone for spring, but I love it. I think it turned out really well. So if you could, if you're not following me on my Facebook page, I also put a link on my page today for my YouTube channel, which is where this is going to go tonight. This will only stay on Facebook for 30 days now, so I've got a YouTube channel that I am moving all of my videos onto as I show you how to make stuff. And all of the instructions, what you're going to need to buy to make it, will be on the preamble of the YouTube video as well, okay? So if you make one, send me a picture. I would love to see it. I mean, I'd love to see the color combos. I'm going to be doing, like I said, a pink and white one, you know, to kind of go with my flamingo theme stuff that I'm doing, but show me what you're doing. I would love to see it. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. Stay safe from the storm tonight, and we shall talk to you all very soon. Adios.